Hello children, in our previous class we have learnt chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Reaction with water and reaction with oxygen. So in our today class we will learn about how do metals and non-metals react with acids and bases. Metals react with acid to form metallic salt and hydrogen. So, in case of when metals react with the oxygen, it is going to give out the metal oxide. If non-metal react with water, it is going to give metal oxide plus metal hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. So here in case of the acid, when the metal will react with acid to form metallic salt and hydrogen gas. Example, zinc react with dilute hydrochloric acid to form zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. So Zn plus 2HCl, it gives ZnCl2 plus H2. So most of the non-metals do not react with the acids. Some non-metals like sulfur react with concentrated nitric acid to form sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and water. Usually the non-metals does not react with the acid except sulfur. Sulfur will react with the concentrated nitric acid and it give the product like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and the water. So this is how the acids, the metals and non-metals react with the acids. And children, when the reaction will take place between the metals and the acid, it is going to produce a pop sound. So here pop sound indicates the presence of the hydrogen gas. So when metal react with water, it gives a metal hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. When sodium react with water, it gives sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Means during these reactions, it is going to be make a sound, pop sound. So it indicates the presence of the hydrogen gas. So when metals react with acid, it give a metal salt and the hydrogen gas. For example, if magnesium react with HCl, hydrochloric acid, it gives a magnesium chloride, that is MgCl2 plus H2, hydrogen gas. So these are the magnesium chloride is said to be a metal salt. And when aluminium will react with the HCl, it is going to form the aluminium chloride and the hydrogen gas. Then the reaction of non-metal with the water. Non-metal plus water, it does not take a reaction. Like example, if sulfur has been mixed with the water, so it does not show any changes in the reaction. Let us see how do the metals will react with the base. When the metal will react with the base, it is also going to give the salt plus hydrogen gas. How in case of the metal react with the acid, even in the base, if it is metal react with base, then it gives a salt and hydrogen gas. Like example, aluminium plus sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH. It is a base, sodium hydroxide. It is going to give sodium aluminate, means NaAlO2 plus hydrogen gas. So here sodium aluminate acts as a salt. So this is how the metal react with the base. And in case of the non-metal usually it does not react with the bases. If in case it react, the reaction will be very complex. Okay children, so this is what we have discussed, that how do metals react with the acids and the bases. If the metal react with the acid, it gives a metal salt, metallic salt and hydrogen gas, and non-metals it give when the non-metals will react with the water, it is not going to give any reactions. So our next topic is displacement reaction, or metals replace metals. So we call in another word substitutive reactions. Here replace nothing but the substitute. The one metal oxide has been substituted to the another one. A more reactive metal replaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. Here displacement reaction, nothing but a more reactive metal will displaced by the less reactive metal from the salt solution. For example, magnesium replaces copper from copper sulfate solution to form magnesium sulfide and copper. So if we already learned the different order of reactivity when the metals will react with the oxygen or water, we have a different order of a reactivity. Here Mg, it has been replaced by copper sulfate. Copper sulfate, that is, copper sulfate is a more reactive metal. It is going to replaced by the less reactive metal, that is Mg plus CuSO4. It gives MgSO4 plus Cu, that is copper. Zinc replaces copper from copper sulfate solution for zinc sulfate and copper. So then we form zinc sulfate and copper. So here also zinc is a less reactive metal. It has been replaced by the copper. So here zinc replaces copper by the copper sulfate, and it is going to form zinc sulfate, and copper will get separate from the solution. Even in case of iron, iron is said to be a less reactive metal. So when it is going to react with the copper sulfate, copper will get separate from the solution. That is, we are going to get the final product, that is FeSO4, iron sulfate. So based on the reactivity of metals, they can be arranged in the decreasing order of their activity. So we already learnt the different order of reactivity based on the different chemicals reactions, like metals will react with the water, oxygen, acid and bases, but we usually non-metals does not show much response with these all chemicals. So children, we can conclude that metals are going to react with all these chemicals, acid, base, water and oxygen, but non-metals, it does not show any responses regarding this chemicals. So based on these chemical properties of metals and non-metals, so it made a very convenient form to identify the material into metals and non-metals. See, if you see the order of reactivity, we say that potassium and the sodium are the high reactive element, high reactive metals. So let us have a look on the video to understand how do these metals will react. The potassium metal reacting with concentrated hydrochloric acid.
Here's the reaction of potassium and concentrated hydrochloric acid. This is 12 molar hydrochloric acid and potassium metal. On the counter, the lab counter, I have the potassium metal, barely visible at the bottom of your screen.
So this is what the potassium.
To the beaker, I'm going to add 5 milliliters
the potassium metal
of 12 molar hydrochloric
acid has
acid.
been reacted with the concentrated hydrochloric acid.
Of potassium metal as I can. It's a very, very soft metal. You can see the oxide layer is forming again on the potassium metal. It's that reactive. It reacted right away with the air. Okay, I'm going to add it to the concentrated hydrochloric acid.
So this is how children, when potassium has get reacted with the concentrated HCl, hydrochloric acid, it catches very quickly the fire and it is going to be disappear from the solution. So this is how the potassium will react vigorously with the acids. So here take a example, sodium metal. If sodium metal is made to react with the concentrated hydrochloric acid, so let us see how it is going to be
sodium metal,
react.
I have it sitting on the counter, and I'm going to add 5 milliliters of 12 molar concentrated hydrochloric acid to the beaker. Now I'm going to cut a fresh piece of sodium. It's a very soft metal, cuts very easily. I'm going to add the sodium metal to the hydrochloric acid.
Can you observe the pop sound? So it indicates the presence of the hydrogen gas. So children, this is how the metal will react with the acids, like a concentrated hydrochloric acid, and it is going to be form a pop sound. It indicates the presence of hydrogen gas. So dear students, today we learned about chemical reaction, that is third chemical reaction with the acids. How do metal will react with the acid and the bases. Even non-metals, how it is going to be response with the water and the metals with the base. So also we have learned displacement reaction. Means it is what? It is a substitute of a more reactive metal to the less reactive metal, and it is going to be form the different sulfate, metal sulfate. We are going to get it as a product. So in our next class, let us discuss about uses of the metals and the non-metals. Thank you.